What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. A little bit depressing today. We have some bad news. If you clicked on this video, you might already see the reason, but we are infested with parasites, guys. In one of the last videos, you guys might have seen that we got a bunch of new animal friends, and well, when getting new reptiles or any animal for that matter, you have to be careful of this problem. And the problem that we're facing is blood-sucking parasites on my new snakes. So let's go inside and see what I'm talking about. All right. Now guys, I might have been a little depressed outside. That's not the me that you guys know. Nothing really gets me down. I don't know if I did a proper intro to this video. For those of you who haven't been here before, I am Landon Scherr. For those of you guys who have been here, welcome back. If you guys saw the dart frogs in the last video, they are doing fantastic. But the snakes over here, on the other hand, are not doing so well. What I was talking about earlier, let's take a seat. What I was talking about earlier was the problem of mites. Now, if you collect any sort of reptile, especially snakes, you can have this problem. It's basically like fleas and ticks for your dogs and cats. It's a problem that you have to be aware of. You have to check thoroughly to see if your animal is okay, especially after just purchasing them, say from a reptile store, another breeder, or like us, when we went to the reptile expo, that is where these mites came from. Now, I'm not sure if they're on this little girl right here. Look how gorgeous she is. She's my favorite little girl. She's not gonna tag me on the nose though because she's sweet, right? You're a sweetie. This is a beautiful green tree python. If you guys didn't see the video where we were talking about all of our new animal friends, we've got a girl in here, we've got a boy. The boy has some mites on him, but realistically, to be safe, to make sure that all of the animals in my collection don't get these mites, I have to take the precautions of soaking them and treating this problem before this gets any worse than it already is. So today is the first day for all of their treatments. When you find mites, you're typically gonna see it up under their scales on their belly. These ventral scales here are a nice place for them to slip up under, and it literally looks like a little piece of pepper, like salt and pepper like you put on your food, like a little tiny black dot. And it's basically a tiny tick. Now this is a sweet girl. If I look up in here in her vents, she might have one up in there, might have a mite just up in that pit. I'm not sure if you could see it. It seems she might have one up in there. This side over here looks good. But even if I don't notice anything, all of the snakes are gonna get this treatment. I'm sorry, girl. I know I didn't mean to stress you out like that. Now this boy over here, I know he's got some. Bringing him out, he could be a little bit feisty with us. When he's on the stick like this, he can be pretty grumpy. Kind of want to just leave him be so I don't stress him out. These mites can really agitate these snakes and actually make them act differently. If you put me inside of a room full of mosquitoes, I'd probably be pretty irritated too. And because they don't have hands to pluck the mites off, it's hard for them to get rid of them on their own. They might soak in water, they might try to rub up on things, but those mites, when they lock on and get a hold of that piece of skin, it's really hard for the snake to get rid of them. So we're gonna help these guys out. Even if they don't have it, again, they're getting the treatment just as a precaution, and then these guys will be able to go into their forever home setups, just like we talked about with the dart frogs. This big enclosure right here is getting the dart frogs in it. You guys will see that in one of the next videos, so if you want to see that, subscribe down below. The first step in this mite parasite removal process is to get some bins. So we've gone to the store and gotten a bunch of brand new bins. They're not super tight, which means they'll have some airflow, because these snakes are actually going to need to sit in these bins for quite a little while, maybe like 3 to 4 days, and we'll take watch over them. You guys will see once we get this process started. So I'm going to fill these with water and I'll be right back. Pulling out these little dudes right here. You guys saw these before. Hello, little girl. This girl ate a big pinky, but she is just glowing today. Don't bite me. I know you're thinking about it. The way she's sniffing my finger's pretty warm, so it might seem like a little rat. I checked her out and I haven't seen anything, but again, just as precaution, we are going to be putting her in the treatment. So first step, like I said, we have some water. Let's see, a little bit shallower one for you, girl. The next step, we're gonna be adding a chemical to the water, and we don't want the snakes to drink that. So we're gonna put all of the snakes into these bins. This is our boy Okatee corn snake here. Just a stunner. He's looking real chubby with that big pinky mouse that he ate. We're gonna put you in this bin over here. See how she's pumping her jaw right there? You can see she's taking a drink. That's exactly what we want them to do, is just hang out in the water, relax. After we get all the snakes in here, then we can add our soap to the water, which is going to help with removing these mites. We'll close this girl up right here. So this guy might be a little bit grumpy, like I said. I'm not scared of getting bit. Guys, I've gotten bit by plenty of snakes. Right now I'm building a relationship with this animal because I did just receive it. There we go, like I said, off the stick, and now he seems just like any of the other snakes. Look at how sweet of a boy you are. Now because this snake is a little bit funny in the way he's acting, I don't know if I want to grab him behind the neck like that girl, but he has a bunch up under his neck, and regardless, he's gonna have to go into this bowl over here. We don't want those mites irritating you anymore. Go like this. Make sure we're not closing him up. So he is drinking up right now. We're gonna set him down. That's exactly what we wanted this guy to do, and the rest of them, we're gonna let these guys hang out for about 30 minutes. And after they've already hydrated themselves, then we can go ahead and do the next step to this process.
One eternity later.
So it has been 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Essentially, like I said, what we're doing is we are trying to get rid of these mites by technically drowning them. They're pushed up under the scales and they breathe oxygen just like we do. So if this snake is submerged, those mites will not be able to breathe properly and will eventually just fall off. We got some regular old dish soap, 2 times grease fighting power. I don't know how much mite fighting power it has, but hopefully it has enough. We're just gonna add a little drop in here. Not too much. Swish it around. This is gonna change the surface tension of the water. It's actually gonna help that mite to slide right out of the scales. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going, sweet girl? Oh yeah, I'm in soapy water now. Getting a good old bath. I'm gonna leave these snakes in here overnight, and then I'm gonna check them out tomorrow and see how they're doing. Some people decide to leave these guys in for a day, 2 days, 3 days, even 4 or 5 days, depending on how bad their situation is. I don't think our situation is that bad that we have to wait that long. This guy is feisty in here. We might get tagged on the finger right now. Hold on. It's all right, buddy. It's all good. There we have the gorgeous emerald tree boa boy. Swish this around since he's not being a grumpy grump. We've got our little corn snake dude. Back it up here, son. So not the craziest video in the world, guys. The snakes are all set up. These guys need to have really, really nice setups at the new house, which you guys are gonna see in one of the next videos. If you guys are new to this channel and you wanna check out some cooler videos where there's a little more going on, I work with a chimpanzee, lions, tigers, all sorts of exotic animals at ZWF Miami, and have some other cool adventures here in Miami, catching pythons, doing other stuff like that. If you guys want to check those videos out, I appreciate you guys sticking around to this long in the video, but we are wrapping things up now for today. Hopefully these snakes are all taken care of. You'll see them in the next videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.